Hard-fought point on the road, very hard-fought point. What are your thoughts on this match as you wrap up your successful road swing?
Yeah, you always we speak about it a lot of times to always get a result and to get something out of every game, and that's what we were looking for today as well. You know, we started the game not bad, but we concede an early goal by them, and I think we responded very well after that. You know, to get a very quick equalizer and 1-1. Then of course, you know, you're still looking for that moment to push on, to create opportunity. And I think first half we did had a couple of very good opportunities to score ourselves as well. You can also see, of course, that the opposition playing at home in front of their fans, they've got a quality team. All their internationals are still there as well, which we knew as well. But you can see that they can play some good football as well. And they also created a couple of opportunities. Is it 100% opportunities, or is it shots from around or inside the box? But all in all, we defended that quite well. Second half, we talk about doing things a little bit differently, defensive in our setup, waiting for the right moment. And then, of course, on the ball, we need to be at times a little bit more patient. You can see that second half, they didn't press very high up anymore as well. They gave us time on the ball when we had the ball. And the only thing that we needed to do, wanted to do a little bit more, is maybe creating a little bit more in the second half as well. There were some moments that we could have been more decisive going forward, that maybe that final pass was lacking. We came close, to my recollection, a couple of times second half. Lucho had a very good header from close range, could have scored over there as well. But at the end of the day, I think we need to be happy with the points away from home against a very good team. And then I think for us that's very important to go into the next game next week at home.
Okay, thank you. We're going to go to Jana. Jana, introduce yourself and give us your question, please.
Nobody.
Okay. Sorry about that.
There we go. Hi, Jaap. Can you hear me now? Talking about your guys' defense, how well do you think you were able to close the gaps and hold off Houston for the majority of this game after they scored early and you guys were able to hold them off the rest of the game?
Yeah, I think all in all we did well. The only problems that we had really with them was in the beginning of the game. You know, their movement from wingers inside, fullbacks high up, and for us in decision making or communicating to each other, and whom needs to pick up, the plays opposition in between the lines. So we had a couple of moments of difficulties in doing that, several minutes. After that, we changed it a little bit, and we did a lot better. And you can see they find it more difficult to get through it. The only thing that you then get is sometimes they play these crosses in from the sides, and you need to defend that. But all in all, I'm quite happy with the resilience within the team and how they've been fighting for that result, and still also trying to get more out of it. And then that tells you something about the progress that the team's making.
Okay, thank you. Our next question is from Tyler Snipes. Tyler, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Jaap. This is Tyler Snipes from SBI Soccer. Interested in what you thought of Alvaro's performance, not only to get the goal, but he was very lively up until he came out. And then towards the end, I mean, he was withstanding some pretty harsh contact and they were all over him, and looked like a real big game for him.
Mm-hmm. Well, we see, I talk with Alvaro a lot in what I expect from him and what he needs to do. Not always because he needs to do it for me, but what he needs to do for himself. And if he has a certain intensity of working, uses his pace, uses his creativity, then it becomes easier for him to play games. It becomes more difficult for the opposition. Opposition is going to get tougher on him, you know that as well. But then he needs to be clever at times to get even more free kicks out of it as well. But and the team, it's for the team very important as well. And you can see that Alvaro is making steps. He's being decisive. His quality on the ball becomes better every time. Also recognizing and taking up certain positions in where to be, working together with the other frontmen. And today as well, he was very lively. He was very busy. creating a danger from the right with his left foot coming inside, taking up positions in the midfield at times, which makes it difficult for the opposition to pick him up as well in making choices. So, and that's the Alvaro that we're looking for. And of course, yeah, we can always say, yeah, that there are certain things that we still need to work on, and that's what we're always doing. But you know, we like I said before as well, we are very happy. I'm very happy with players stepping up, changing, making progress, and a lot of players are doing this, and that's very important for them, for us coaches, but also and the most important thing for the team.
Okay, Pat Brennan has our next question. Pat, go ahead.
Thanks, Wando. Jaap, can you hear me okay?
I do, Pat.
Okay, cool. Good to talk to you. 7 points out of 9 over the last 3. Jaap, it's one of the more successful periods you've had at FC Cincinnati. What are your thoughts on these 7 out of 9 points and this recent run of form on the road?
I think it's probably one of the most successful periods that Cincinnati had in the MLS in a row. So it's so we can be very happy with that. We're always looking for, like I said, for more. We're always talking about with you guys as well about being consistent as a team and what you can deliver. So it starts with working hard, with fighting, showing your quality in what to do. Try to get something out of every game. We also know that we're still making steps. We're playing against good sides. But we also need to show ourselves, and that's what we're trying to do. The last couple of weeks, we get these results, we get these points, which is very positive, and hopefully that will continue like that. And hopefully every game you're going to be having a bigger influence in the game as well. Also today, you still see that we create certain opportunities, very, very good opportunities. And then, you're always thinking, can we get more out of it? Sometimes we need to be realistic as well for ourselves as a team, as coaches as well, and saying, this is a very important point to take back home, because I think it is against a very good side.
Okay, Jaap, thank you very much. That concludes your portion of the press conference. We appreciate your time as always.
Thank you.
Cheers, Alex.
Thanks, Wando. Hi, Harris. Good to talk to you.
Hi,
Big picture right now for this team, 7 points out of 9 over the last 3 matches. How do you view this period of 3 matches that is now concluded?
Yeah, especially also away games, so it shows that the team is fighting for every point. And we said, after this 2 win, that this was important, this game away in Houston, because, they are team Western Conference, so they didn't also lose a couple of games, so they was also in form. So, but I think first half we had a lot of chances, to maybe score more than 1 goal, but in second half I think we defended as a team, and I think we didn't give much to them, only corner kicks, but at the end, team fought for the point and we got it, so I think we should proud to be at this group and continue. And another match waiting now on Friday, big match for the Ohio State. So so it's important to come there with a point and with confidence, because it's going to be a tough game, and especially now with all the people full capacity. So hopefully they will carry for us to win this game.
Okay, our next question is from Rob Pierce from Cincinnati Soccer Talk. Rob, go ahead.
Hi, Harris. It was a pretty fast start to the game. Houston scores in the 3rd minute. I was wondering, how important was it to you guys to answer that so fast?
Yeah, it was very important, because I think the goal came from nowhere. We couldn't believe that the guy was so free there at the second post, but we reacted fast. We created this chance, and Alvaro finished it perfect. And after that, we had a couple of chances more with Brenner, and after that with Isaac Katanga. And I think the first half we kept the ball more than the second half, I think. But today was also very hot over here, humid. So I understand, the players who played a lot of games, they got tired, and I came also in. I didn't play also from the beginning, like. a couple of months, so it was also a little bit new. And but at the end, team fought for this point, and well deserved.
Okay, thanks. Our next question is from Jana Bardall. Jana?
Hi, Harris. My name is Jana. I'm with the Cincinnati Enquirer. For your first start of the season so far, what did you think of your performance, and how do you hope to build on that in games to come?
Yeah, I think first half I played a solid game. The second half I got more tired, and a couple of balls that I lost in that I shouldn't lose, and but that's when you don't play from the beginning, and in this heat over here, and but it's okay. I'm happy, like I said couple of months back, I'm here for the coach whenever he needs me. I try to do my best. Sometimes you start, sometimes you're not, sometimes you come in, sometimes you're not, and you should always be ready. And I hope I can build from this, and hopefully we can win this game on Friday, because it's a very important game, and hopefully the whole city is behind us, and especially now with the 7 points that we got in this 3 game, hopefully people believe again in this team, and so hopefully we can pay them off, on this Friday.
All right, Harris, thank you so much for your time. Safe trip back. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Wando. Geoff, thanks a lot for your time. I guess big picture, 7 points out of 9 for FC Cincinnati over the last 3. How do you view that period for the club and yourself?
I mean, who would have thought that we would have gotten that? It just shows you the resilience of our guys, and the path that we want to go. And we're coming together. I think it's just kind of fine tuning things and sticking together, and fighting for one another, and getting that team chemistry, that cohesiveness, and I think that's starting to show.
All right, Jana, you're up next. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Geoff.
How you doing?
Wondering what you thought of the defense and your ability to close out the gaps and hold off Houston for the majority of this match after they struck early.
Yeah, obviously disappointed in the first, our opportunity that we gave up, and we need to be better on that. It's just miscommunication or whatever. But we responded well, and we got back into the game, and that's really, really important. Because like I said after the match, I said if we did this 4 weeks ago, we would have lost the game. And that just shows you the steps that we have gone through, and we've improved over the last few weeks to fine tune some things, and to be aware, and to have that belief and that attitude to keep fighting and being there to support one another, even when things are going in a negative way. And obviously defensively, we can't take just the credit for the back 4, back 5, or whatever. It starts with Lucho, it starts with Brenner, pressuring in the right way, us closing down spaces, and tactically us shifting over and filling the gaps, and allows Gustavo, myself, Joe, Edgar to step up in certain situations where we can close down spaces, and then if we intercept it, we're trying to find passes in between the line to get guys like Alvaro on the ball, to get Lucho in pockets where he's facing their defenders, and he's drawing them out to pick the pockets out.
All right, Geoff, that's all. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Safe
Cheers,
travels
guys.
back.